every day we get information, you know, about being healthy, eating right. The problem is that America has one of the highest rates of obesity, plus we have more chronic disease than ever before. So it's really important to make good choices, and today that's what we're going to help you do, because our next guest says that she has simple ideas to help you boost your health and also help fight disease.
Yeah, it's true. Betty Holloway is a registered dietitian. She works with NuGenesis, a farm that focuses on education, sustainable organic agriculture, and research that combines food with medicine. Or is it food as medicine? Is it both?
Actually, food with medicine is a more accurate way of putting it, because we don't want people to stop their conventional treatment.
Okay.
We want them to use food as an adjunct to kind of support them, to keep them healthy, and then to support them through disease and recovery.
And I get why you say that, and I think it's probably important for you guys not to make claims, but the reality is, because I know some of the people connected with NuGenesis, they actually did stop conventional medicine and used food almost like medicine to have incredible results. So, I mean, the fact that food, I guess what I really want to say is how powerful food is.
I agree with you entirely. That is what the message really here is, that we have the power in our own hands to help ourselves stay healthy, to boost our immune system, that foods, especially plant foods and these colorful, vibrant foods from the earth, are full of these phytonutrients, which is kind of a big word, which really means plant chemicals that go beyond the vitamins and the minerals that we're aware of.
So cool.
So there's about 5,000 compounds. We only know a few of them, and it's better to eat food in its whole natural state than to search for some kind of a supplement that isolates that compound.
Yeah, I think it gets so confusing for people, because you hear, oh, you can only get nutrients if you cook it this way, or if you steam it, or if you need to take this supplement. So I like the fact that you're saying eat the foods in their raw, natural form, especially, but also, you know, there's ways that you can cook and make these foods truly a part of your everyday living. So how do you do this? I know the way that the farm is run is a lot on donations, on donations, and a lot of volunteers.
Absolutely. We have all kinds of volunteers. We have like a whole collaboration going with master gardeners. We have physicians. We have farmers that are also part of this whole mix, as well as tons of people that just come out to volunteer and learn how to work in the earth and be part of this whole natural setting. It is very harmonious to be out there, and it's wonderful, especially with children, to watch them picking things and find out that, oh my gosh, carrots come from the ground.
Exactly.
Imagine that.
Yeah, exactly.
And doing things like putting beets on their pizza, because kids don't have filters the way we do as to what we should be eating. And so to engage children early on, you're going to help them have a wider palette of foods that they'll enjoy.
And I
like
love
that.
what you do out there. It's a really incredible place. You have cooking classes. You do a lot of education out there. You brought some examples today, too, of things from the farm, vegetables that are seasonal, things that are grown in the ground that are really good for us. So talk to us a little bit about what you brought today and what you're cooking up.
Okay, well, today we're going to make a root vegetable bisque, which is basically a fancy word for just saying we're going to puree a medley of root vegetables. And you can choose the ones you want. We have the recipes posted on our website, NuGenesisFarm.org, and you can check that out. But basically, I have prepared, I've already cut these up for us to make it a little easier, some carrots, parsnips, which look like white carrots.
Oh yeah, I was wondering about those. I see those. Okay, those are parsnips.
They have a carroty taste, probably a stronger carroty taste, and they need to be peeled lightly. And then we also have potatoes, red onions. The red onions,
I love red onion.
they're actually better for you than the white onion.
Really? Oh.
The red actually signifies, when you see bright colors, there's more phytonutrients in them. So this one has a compound called quercetin, has many other things, but this one in particular is a strong antioxidant. In fact, the stinky vegetables, the onions, the garlics, we've got some garlic here, I'm going to stick that in.
They are so good for you, right?
Yes, they are the ones, their smell kind of designates the fact that they are especially powerful. So we also have leeks, which are, here we go, here's our leek.
Oh yeah.
And leek is also in the onion family.
And what part of the leek do you use?
That is a great question, Molly. I've got one right here, so we show you that we trim it.
Yeah, hold them upright so we can cut off. There
so
you go.
Cut off a little bit of the bottom,
right.
okay, and then you cut off a little bit of the top, or up to about right there.
Once I get to where the color starch, the dark green, we throw this part away, unfortunately. And then
or you could compost it.
you could, and we do compost it. I'm glad you brought that up as well.
Yeah.
And so then the easiest way to do a leek is to cut it lengthwise, because there's all these little layers, and when it's grown, sand and dirt and grit get stuck in there, so you want to make sure you clean it really well before you use it. And then you're just going to slice it into little half moons.
Oh, that's what you have here. That's what this is an example of a leek, right?
Okay.
Right.
Easy.
Yes.
Okay, see right there? It's like a little half moon. Okay.
Yes, and we have other interesting vegetables too, like, well, whoever thinks of putting turnips and things, but they get very sweet. It's the process that we're doing today that is really what I want you to remember, is that roasting vegetables makes them sweeter. And if you roast a whole slew of them on a Sunday, for example, you'll have vegetables all week, because most people complain, I don't have time to eat all those vegetables.
Now, did you put olive oil or in seasonings on these?
That's right. We are going to do that right now. Put a little olive oil.
It's delicious, Tiff.
Really?
And,
Delicious.
Use yours.
a little salt on there, a little sea salt.
So you just did a little olive oil.
A little sea salt. I'm going to put a little thyme on there.
Okay.
Or you could use any kind of a salt-free
Now, would
herb
turmeric
mixer.
be good on those?
Actually, I'm going to put turmeric in the liquid when we cook it. Because you're right, the turmeric has the curcumin, which is anti-inflammatory. I'm not going to roast it with the curcumin, although you could, but I'm going to just put it in the broth. And that's a really easy way for people to remember to add more anti-inflammatory power, is to add some of this turmeric into
It's powerful, especially when
into
it's
the broth.
combined, I read, with black pepper.
That's
It's like 3,000 times more powerful or something, right?
That's right.
Unbelievable. So we're kind of running out of time. I don't want to rush you. So for
we're
the
gonna
roasted root vegetables, you're going to stir the olive oil with those spices.
And
you're
we're
gonna
just going to put it on
a pan.
On a pan.
And roast
Nice
it
and
what
easy.
temp?
That's all it is, about 425, which is a high temperature, for about 25 to 30 minutes.
I would eat them just like that, too.
Exactly. So the first night, you're going to make 2 pans full. First night, you'll serve them as a side dish. The second time, you can put them into a soup if you'd like.
No way. Oh, that's what you have right here.
Right.
So you're going to use your leftover vegetables. What is that right there?
This is it's called Better Than Bouillon, and it's actually just a very simple organic vegetable paste. So it's easy for making soup. And I'm just going to put about
Is it
half
as
strength.
strong as bouillon?
It's very strong.
Okay,
in
good.
fact, they say that it makes 38 servings. I actually use it half strength, so I make 76 with this.
Oh, that's great.
Very convenient. You can keep it in your fridge.
Better
and it
than
comes in many
bouillon.
flavors. You can find it in most supermarkets.
Okay.
So now we've got our broth going. It's nice and sizzly. We're going to put in some of our veggies.
Great.
This is about a 2 to 1.
Okay.
So we've got about 2 parts broth, 1 part veggies.
Great.
Okay. And you reminded me to put in some turmeric just because of the anti-inflammatory power. That's going to make it a little bit yellow, which is great because it gives it some nice color, and it doesn't really alter the flavor much.
Well, you continue doing that. We're out of time, Betty, so I'm going to make sure that I give the information for NuGenesis Farm, because here's how you can learn more about what they do. Remember, they exist completely on donations as well as volunteers. It's NuGenesisFarm.org. The phone number is toll-free. It's 800-969-3588 to learn more about the classes and different things that they do, as well as all the opportunities for you to come out and check it out. And they do corporate wellness and pizza classes too, like she said.
That's so cool.
Learn
I'd
about
like
beets on your pizza.
Yeah, I would like you to come back when you have a little bit more time too. Because I want to do more on this. I think it's so important to share with people. But I also want to mention, with your roasted root vegetable bisque and the other recipes we mentioned, they're on your website that Tiff just mentioned, as well as our website. That's the bisque right there. And the only thing she adds, other than those root vegetables and the broth, is just a cup of evaporated milk or soy.
Or half and half.
Or half and half to make that bisque. That was awesome. It's so great to have you here. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Very good.